Phoenix. Here's Mabrey. Posting low. She's going to go to the free throw line on the foul by Carter.
I mean, there's levels to this shit, so I'm not going to fight with that.
Chennedy Carter. That looks like it hurt.
Picture this, you're Marina Mabrey soaring for a shot. Suddenly, bam, Chennedy Carter slams into you. It's her 4th flagrant foul this season. The ref's whistle blows, but the real shock comes after the game. Mabrey's words, they're about to change everything. Hold on, we must rewind before we dissect that foul. Why did Mabrey originally decide to trade in her Sky jersey? The reason she just scored 24 points against her former squad has everything to do with the surprising answer. This has become more than simply a basketball game. It's personal. Let's go back to the beginning of the season when Marina Mabrey startled Chicagoans by asking to be traded. Why would a player want to leave a winning team, you might be asking yourself. That's where the intriguing part starts though. Playing time and stats weren't the only factors in Mabrey's decision to depart the Sky. It was more profound and had to do with team chemistry, which impacts every player on the floor. And wow, did that choice pay out in unexpected ways. Let's go back to Mabrey's initial encounter with her old team. She's not simply having fun, she's enthralled. Off the bench, Mabrey scores an incredible 24 points in just 24 minutes. People, that is 1 point every minute. The best part is that she outscored her former team's whole bench. How about putting out a statement? You may be thinking that this is just another instance of a player returning to their former squad. However, this tale is not over yet. There was more to Mabrey's performance than just making a statement. It was about figuring out where she fit in with a group of people that appreciate her contributions. Mabrey had no hesitation following the game. She continued, "I appreciate that. Everybody's unselfish, and whoever's open gets the ball. They are not just meaningless words. They offer a glimpse into Mabrey's motivations for her actions. She wanted to be part of a team where she could grow and be recognized for her abilities." However, we must not overlook the most important issue, the disagreement with Chennedy Carter. It seemed as though Mabrey's trade request, her search for the ideal team fit, and her outstanding play against her former team culminated in that one on-court moment. See, Mabrey's transfer from Chicago to her new team involves more than simply numbers on the basketball court. It's about figuring out who you are, defending your convictions, and occasionally facing your history head on. And when that history hits you with a blatant infraction, that's when things get really hot. You may be wondering how Mabrey's outstanding effort against her former squad could be topped. So fasten your seatbelts because we're going to get deep into the Carter Enigma. 4 egregious infractions in a single season is breaking rather than just pushing the envelope. Everyone is wondering if Carter's obvious talent justifies the risk she takes on the court. Let's dissect it. Although Chennedy Carter is no stranger to the spotlight, lately it's been all bad.
Phoenix, here's Mabrey. Posting low, she's going to go to the free throw line on the foul by Carter.
Chennedy Carter. That looks like it hurt.
This most recent Mabrey incident, it's merely the very beginning. We are discussing a player who has committed 4 egregious fouls in 1 season. It's not simply a bad day on the court, the league is talking about this pattern. Don't get me wrong though, Carter has abilities that cause defenders to perspire. Like a magnet, she can suck the defense in and make shots appear out of thin air. The problem is that all that brilliance has a cost that is becoming more and more difficult to ignore. Imagine yourself a coach with a player that has the ability to light up the scoreboard like a pinball machine. Sounds fantastic, doesn't it? However, what happens if that same player makes a mistake and gets suspended or sent off? That offensive firepower seems less potent suddenly. Not only coaches are feeling the fire either. We are at a turning point for the WNBA. There is a player with unquestionable star power on one side. Conversely, there is an increasing number of supporters and detractors advocating for grave repercussions. Similar light, trying to balance a basketball on your little finger, one mistake can cause the entire thing to collapse. What then motivates Carter's combative approach? Is it just the intensity of the situation, or is there a more profound reason? According to some, it's just pure game passion. Some contend that there is a lack of self-control. Whatever the cause, the league is in a difficult situation as a result. Consider it, the goal of the WNBA is to showcase the elite level of women's basketball. However, how can you accomplish that when one of your great players is generating negative press? Selling a sports car with a broken engine is similar. Sure, it looks amazing, but at what cost? Not to be overlooked is player safety. Undoubtedly, basketball is a contact sport. However, there is a boundary between risky activity and tough play. Carter is endangering not only her own career, but also the safety of other players with every flagrant foul. That kind of thing has the potential to negatively alter a person's career. What then should the WNBA do? Carter is a player who can fill seats and light up the scoreboard. Suspend him and you lose. You run the risk of suggesting that this kind of behavior is okay if you let her play. Damned if you do, damned if you don't is a classic situation. Mabrey takes the mic right when you thought there was no more intensity left in this story. What she says after that is revolutionary rather than merely unexpected. Could her response hold the key to unlocking the Carter mystery in the WNBA?
Early in the game, you came in, got a hard foul, flagrant fouls to your face, smack to the face.
I mean, there's levels to this shit, so I'm not gonna fight with that. I'm just gonna do what the team needs. So if it means that this game they wanted to bring me off the bench, some games I might start, some games I might not. Like, I just want to help us get a ring.
Everyone was anxious to see what Marina Mabrey had to say after the intense clash was over. Would she retaliate against Carter? Suspend people? Nope. Nobody expected Mabrey to respond the way she did. Mabrey chose to play it cool and ignored the foul in Carter's aggressive move. "I'm just going to do what the team needs," she declared. "To assist us get a ring is all I want to do. How about maintaining composure under duress?" This is a masterpiece in professionalism, not just a case of shrugging off a heavy foul. But hold on, there's more to discuss. Mabrey's remarks applied to more than just one player or one game.
Just like first welcoming me in, like sometimes when you get a new player and you're used to like your chemistry, you have to sacrifice for that player. So I appreciate that. Moving the ball and being in a read and react offense is really good because everybody's unselfish and whoever's open gets the ball, so.
They're bringing attention to the important things in professional sports. She is demonstrating to us what it means to be a true athlete by emphasizing collaboration and the larger picture. Sure, that sounds nice, but what about Carter's foul? You may be asking yourself. The fact is, Mabrey's answer does not downplay the problem. It's rephrasing it. She's not getting sucked into private affairs. She is focusing on the reward, which is the championship ring instead. Nor is this merely talk. Mabrey is acting to support her statements. Do you recall the 24-point performance we discussed before?
24 points in 24 minutes off the bench. I mean, she literally outscored their whole bench alone. Everything we've been seeing when we play against her, she's aggressive, she's able to create shots, and
that is the result of prioritizing the team. She sounds as though she is saying, "I'll let my game do the talking." Let's take a moment to pan out now. Mabrey's strategy is a part of a larger discussion that is now taking place in the WNBA. We are discussing player safety, sportsmanship, and what it means to be a professional athlete. Her response serves as a guide for handling difficult circumstances both on and off the court. And consider it, Mabrey is following a different route in a society where Twitter beefs and trash talk are the main topics of conversation. She's demonstrating that competition doesn't have to mean going beyond boundaries, that you are capable of advocating for yourself without disparaging others. Although it's difficult to find this equilibrium, wow, does it matter? This is where things become really fascinating though. Mabrey isn't merely leading by example for other athletes, she's putting out a challenge to the entire league to improve. She's reminding everyone what the real purpose of the WNBA is by emphasizing cooperation and championships. Highlight reels and individual stars are not the only considerations. It's about uniting to build something greater than oneself. Not to be overlooked are the supporters. They had more to celebrate than simply points on a scoreboard after Mabrey's answer. She is demonstrating that personality is equally as important as skill. That is a breath of fresh air in a world of sports where drama seems to be the main focus at times. What does all of this imply for the WNBA's future then? That, after all, is the key question. Mabrey's strategy might represent the beginning of a novel trend, an alternative to press conference showdowns and Twitter wars for resolving disputes. It's about staying focused on the task at hand, even in trying circumstances.